All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the World Arena Podcast, aka the WOPcast. Today, Firas and I are joined by Rax for the Season 25 tier list. Thank you, Rax.
Okay. We
Hello,
love Rax.
friends.
So, this season doesn't really feel like it's changed all that much from last season. I think, if anything, some of like the strongest units from last season maybe even got better instead of going down like you would hope after a balance patch. But we figured we'd still make the tier list so that, I don't know, people can get some sort of feel for what was the best units in Season 25 and what are likely going to be the best units going into the next season. Because there won't be a balance patch for a while, so yeah, I mean...
I'm hoping at the end of this, if we remember, I actually want to pull up... I haven't actually seen Season 24, our Season 24 tier list since we last did it. So I'm going to actually pull it up at the end. I'm not even going to pull it up from now and then compare it and see really what's shifted. But I'm not feeling like anything shifted.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see.
All right, and so for anybody who's just watching our tier list for the first time, the way we do it basically is, because there's three of us here, every unit that we go to, we're each going to give it a rating, and it's going to get placed based on its average. So that's to, try to minimize bias as much as humanly possible. It's three individual ratings, and that's where it finds its home.
So for example, if we take Chow, I'll give it a 5. Ziggy gives it a 6. Rax gives it a...
Let's just say he really likes it and gives it a 7 for whatever reason,
Pinky gives it a 9, and then it ends up at 8 because averages, but not really.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much that.
But all right, we can get into it. So this is a pretty jumbled up list, not really in any particular order. So we'll just go from the beginning. So Han is up first. So yeah, you can just say when you've got your number. And we try not to influence each other until we've all got our number, and then we kind of can discuss like why, if we're in disagreement, why we gave it what we gave it. It's kind of the idea.
I'm gonna start it off. 9.
Sure.
And I also agree with the 9.
I was gonna say 9 as well. So
there we go.
not much argument there. No. Definitely the best elemental specific speed lead in the game, and probably the best bruiser killer in the entire game too. So
next to Destiny, yes.
All right.
Speaking of bruiser,
so Camilla, the newly buffed.
7.5 for me.
I'm thinking like 7, I guess.
I would say 8.
I'm definitely okay. So we land her right in there. She feels a lot weaker than she did when she first got buffed. I don't really know what it is. You just kind of see her less, and she doesn't seem to do as much. But
the thing is, like in specific comms, like when they go this Miles Raccoony stuff and they add a Camilla to it, then it's really strong because the passive heal as well, and then if she procs like healing up even more, it really adds up. Like, and she also deals damage and has the CC on skill too, right? So
yeah,
I think she's not that bad.
And she can, and like when she's paired with Fire Monkey too, like Fire Monkey's always ahead of her in speed because of his passive. So like with his defense breaks, she actually can put out some pretty serious damage. So the other buffed Valkyrie, Vanessa, we've had her for a full season now. I guess I'll start this one. I'll probably say 7.5, I guess.
Wow. I'm thinking more like 8, 5, 9 personally, but maybe I just love it.
So 7.5 and 8, 5, 9.
Yeah, what is 859 is not an answer.
Yeah,
okay,
so
you gotta give us one.
I'll 8.5.
Okay.
Okay, I'm saying 8, so we put 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
It sounds about right. I mean, like 33 is probably never gonna be below an 8. Almost you gotta be a pretty shit unit to be below an 8 with 33. Fucking Trinity. But oh wait, hold on. We're not doing the 4-star just because this list is gonna take fucking forever. Even though, well, there is one that we'll do, and he's coming up soon. But next up, a Chroma.
I'd say the same as Camilla personally, 7.5.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Livert makes
the
him
same
look like
category.
like 9, but I think in general I'm never usually too concerned when I see this unit.
Yeah, also
Alright.
Gaia, right? Gaia really making great success with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So 2-way Escher.
I love this dog. I'm putting him at an 8.
Me too. I think he's about an 8 too. I think he's still one of the best speed contesters.
Yeah, he is. Because he also can deal tons of damage if he has good runes, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
So
He's just so tanky and like, man, and just like being able to like be an aggressive team and have a unit that like synergizes but also has a heal built in is just so good.
yeah.
So Varad next.
7.
It's like a 6 for me. A little bit above
I would also
the
say
average.
7.
All right. And this little shithead, Vertihile.
Oh no. Oh no.
Before Tian Lang, 10. After Tian Lang, 9.
I agree with 9.
Yeah, yeah, I guess. But nah, you can't put him with Han. No, let's not do it.
Like he,
okay,
what? Like he's
9.5.
better or worse? Like, because I don't even know where you're going with that. I don't know if you're saying better or worse. That's how
Is he
fucking
better or
ridiculous
worse?
this
I mean,
unit is.
it's just so stupid that he's a unit you can always pick, and he can literally like win the game by
Yeah.
himself. That's so dumb, right?
When in
I don't
doubt, yeah. So are we saying above? I'm cool with above.
Honestly,
Yeah.
he should be nerfed. Put a comp to us, please, nerf.
Yeah,
That's true. He could go in the comment to us, please.
let's do it because he needs a nerf. The triple revenge shit is there for way too long.
Yeah. And I'm tired of the arguments for it too, because we get this. We've ranked him high every tier list we've done so far, and the comments are always like, "It's necessary. It's necessary."
No, it's
like,
not.
get the fuck out of here. Find a different
not a
way to win. You
draft,
can
yes.
find a different way. I promise
There's-
you.
Okay, let's not discuss different ways right now, though. Jameyer,
Yep.
fucking
To,
8.5.
yeah,
I'm
I was gonna say
8.5.
8.5 too. I think he's better than Vanessa in the speed lead
Yeah, he's better.
category.
But and what's nice is like when you pair them together, it's like a pretty
They're
good
a good combo too. Yeah, that's a good dual speed lead. Zerath.
7 for me.
Yeah, I think 7.
Yeah, 7 is fine. Yeah.
Teor.
Hey, or fucking
Baby Sean,
Yeah,
I think an 8.
I think 8 as well.
I want to go 8.5, but I'm okay with 8 as well. It just depends on how much you set.
The
your
part
damage
that's
runes in the past.
the part that's rough is like you can really only ever pick him last, and then it's like in those games where he's super good, like he draws out the ban, and that's nice, but like in the games where he really dominates, he just gets he always eats the ban, and then you never really get the value out of him anyway.
Or
you know?
Your opponent will immediately take Leo. Is the other thing.
Yeah,
too.
that's what I'm saying. It's why he always he always has to be last, and then he eats the ban.
Does make sense. Yeah.
So let's say for Teor, if he did like the same as Sean, let's say he pushbacks and doesn't slow, but speed buffs instead, he would be definitely way better than.
That'd be
8.
awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome.
And Kenja's Awakening.
Yeah.
Well, then he'd be too.
Crit Awakening
is long
totally
over, right?
He needs accurate. It's honestly it's a detriment to him now because you're just testing ragdolls at this point with your 30%. Lagmaron.
I'd say 7. Like it's so weird.
It's 7.5. Yeah, it's 7.5 to me at least.
He's slept on in a way to me. I should start using mine, but 7.5 for me.
So I have a question.
Yep.
When we were earlier talking about Abellio, and I was gonna ask about Lagmaron. Did you use Legizic?
In my cleave?
Yeah.
No. So Sonya just does his damage, but like times 10.
But Sonya can't kill Abellio, but he can, right? With attack buff, speed buff, he kills her, right? Him. I mean, I think he should.
Maybe. I mean, you usually can kill Abellio because I mean in cleave you have attack buffs, so it's like you go right through it. Like because my Sonya's plus 2250 or something like that, and then plus attack buff. Like you're ignoring even on like a plus 2k defense Abellio at that point. Teshar. He's
a shittier Ethna, but not. Sometimes he's a better Ethna, but he has lower base speed.
And
he
a worse
needs more
skill.
accuracy. Worst
But I
skill.
think if you know the enemy is off will, like of like 2 units, then he is great.
Yeah, that
I
is
played
true.
an account lately that had a Tesha like on 220 on a crit damage set, 85 crit and like 40 act. That thing fucking destroyed people when they
It
don't have
hits
enough
so
will.
damn hard too.
Like I one shot a Robo. It was dead turn 1.
Fuck. Maybe I should. Oh, my Etna kind of does the same thing though.
My rating of it would probably be like 7, just because
7.
of how
I
niche
can
it
agree
is.
with 7,
But in the niches, it's pretty fucking strong.
But
Yeah,
worse than leg
let's
run,
say
I don't know.
he needs insane runes to perform really well. So it makes sense.
Which is how a
Ethna,
high base speed unit should be.
Because Ethna gets away with a lot less.
That's very true.
Yeah. So, all right. Next up is Sean.
9.
Yeah, I was gonna say 9.5. This is just a CC player's dream unit to have. Like, you get yourself a nuker, you get yourself an AoE speed buffer, stunner that doesn't touch. It's like there's nothing. This unit is lacking nothing. It's literally
it's lacking
insane.
Something. Give it base speed, and you can put it to come to us, please.
Yeah, but even with the base speed being low, it's like he pretty much the optimal spot for him to move in your team is dead last, anyways. So you kind of get away with it. I mean, it would be nice to have more. It'd be easier to rune, but you get away with it because he moves last anyway.
Even just 3 takes them a long way.
Yeah.
Just having 3 additional base speed, but let's not do that. Maybe.
Yeah.
The only issue he has is like if you're playing a high level RTA, and then you have very close speeds like with your opponent, and then he doesn't have speed buff. Most of the units he can't hit anymore, right?
Yeah.
You're not gonna crit.
Yeah, well, Oliver is super complicated for him because then it's like if you're up against an Oliver, even all their despair units are now faster than you, and it's like, okay, well, I got to S3 first no matter what to get my speed buff up, and then try to go from there. It gets a little awkward. But Eludia?
7 for me, really.
7.5.
Yeah, I think 7.5. I really want this unit, but ever since the Hagang buff, it's almost like I don't even know if I would be able to use it if I got it.
Still, I think it's a bit underrated, the unit, because she actually deals a lot of damage if you just go pure like attack subs, and she deals still okayish damage. I really like the unit. So
Zeratu, I probably to me he's actually a nah tier. I think I just missed this guy.
I would say average at least.
Yeah, I think average because he's a sick Leo counter. But that's about it.
I guess that's true. Newly buffed Veligul.
Oh baby.
The healer himself.
The healer, the bar booster, the immunity, the cleanser.
Man, could you imagine this kit on like 100 base speed crit awakening unit like 3 years ago? He'd be the best unit ever, and we don't even use him right now. It's like that's how bad power creep has been. He's like a 6 to me. I think he's above this garbage line. But
I was actually gonna say 7, but haven't really seen it nor played with it yet. I ruined one up, but I just never had a place to shove it.
Yeah,
which is the weird part. Maybe 6 is more appropriate.
Yeah, I think 6 is fine.
Arda, Rax's new toy.
Yeah,
I think this is 6 as well.
I will let you guys say it first.
I was gonna say 7 personally.
Okay, you're the decider.
I would definitely put it on the Chroma Camilla like 7.5 because I tested it a bit, and if they actually like a lot of people play this vert stuff, right?
It is good versus that, yeah.
It's insanely good against Rector and Vert because they always crit. And honestly, it's dealing a lot of damage. And like if you get out the stuns, it's really good. I think the counter like very specific, right? You cannot pick it every game by any means, but I think he's pretty decent in that regard.
I think his strength. First question: how does he work with Josephine's S1? So if Josephine S1 always crits, then he revenges the Josephine and he stuns it. Does it immediately proc the passive or no? I don't, because I feel like as a counter attack, it doesn't.
Wait, what are you saying?
Wait, but you should be right. I think it shouldn't proc it, right? Because it's after her hit.
Wait, what'd you ask? I didn't hear.
Okay, so your Josephine S1'd one of my units, my Artemil revenged and stuns your Josephine. Does her passive proc? I don't think it
if she has it available, yes, but the kicker to that is if her passive was about to be available, she doesn't get that cool. Her turn never finishes, so she doesn't get that cooldown reduced.
That's it, right?
Yeah, but if she already had it available, she will get a turn.
But this weird interaction, right? She gets it up after the turn, so she is stunned then. And if you stun something again, she will proc out of the stun again, right?
It's super goofy, but...
Yeah.
But there's that. And another nice thing about Art is he takes runes that really no other unit uses, right?
That is always nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's always a nice counter pick unit to own, where it doesn't take away from your rune pool, right? So I would, I agree with 7-5 actually with Rax. I think there's actually a lot of places to use him in current meta at least. Praha.
All right, Praha. I mean, I'll go for both of you guys like this unit so much more than me. Like, I would call this like in this particular meta, I would say she's like a 6. I don't know what you guys are thinking. If you watched the
tournament last night, you would change your mind on that, I think. But
I just don't. But I don't take into account when there's fucking 3 busted LDs flanking her to think like if she can just get in as a support with a strip and a heal with like 3 crazy cracked units like at her side, then sure, she's a little bit better. But I just think like
looking
as a
at like
unit,
the
I don't
meta,
love it.
like with the Rakuni Miles getting more popular, I think she got way better again. Last season she was fucking terrible because of Manon and Molly.
Mm-hmm.
But now I would give her 8-5 right now.
I agree with 8-5 actually, yes. And then you want to put it where, so 8.
Well, I said 6, but like my issue with her, it's like, okay, there's really like 2 types of players that you're fighting right now, and then there is like a few of those people who are in the like Miles Rakuni category, but most of it is like hard turn 1 counters, people who have, Veronicas and, that nature at the teams, stuff like that. Or there's the hard turn 2 players, which usually own Ragdoll. And it's like, she's a sitting duck versus the hard turn 1 contesters. She's terrible versus the Ragdoll Shizukas. And then it's like, so you're kind of just left with like, okay, if I want to get any use out of her, I give her like a 180 Vio set. And when do I pick her? Oh, only against the Rakuni whatever teams? It's like,
but
it's tough.
You have to think about it, Zig. If you build it specifically for the Rakuni stuff, you don't need her in front of everything.
Yeah, like really if you're okay with, if you've got like a whole nother mode that you kind of go into.
Yeah, but honestly, if there wasn't like this kind of stuff, because against that, she's really good. But yeah, I agree. Like against Rector, she sucks. And turn 1, if they have Veronica and shit, like she's also bad. You can't really
like the chunk pungs and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Annabelle, if Levert was here, it'd be a 10. But for me, I'd probably say like the Velo range overall.
I give it more of a 7 personally, but her base stats are insane.
7-7-5, something like that. Yeah, I would also agree.
And Juno. I mean,
there's no discussion required.
Yeah,
we've done that 1,000 times.
I mean, this is a 10. This is a 10 for me. I'm sure it is for you guys as well. I mean,
she's insane.
It's like every unit that comes out, or every unit that gets buffed or comes out as a new unit, you're just like, you read through the skills and like something about them makes them weak to Juno in some form or fashion. And it's like every single unit that comes around, it's like, oh, this is weak to Juno because it has like low burst damage and an S1 debuff. So if I ever get into a situation with the Juno, I automatically lose because I don't have the burst and I have an S1 debuff. If the unit puts up a bunch of buffs, she's got the best S2 in the game for dealing with them. If the unit fucking has low damage, has high debuffs, has AoEs, like she counters all of it. It's fucking crazy.
Best fucking far unit in the game.
But I mean, what we can add to this list though is like when we do put a unit here.
Juno, Fifi.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Something for us we'll never have.
Well, Juno,
Yeah.
I guess.
But when we put a
man.
unit into like the comp to us please
Maybe next
tier,
week.
like I guess we should offer up what we would do to change him. I mean, the Verd is obvious. He should not give 180 bar or 160 bar to his team on revenge. Like that's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, you have to like word it that way to
Yeah.
comprehend how fucking
like-
absurd it is.
What would you guys do to Juno if you were tasked with nerfing her next balance patch?
I would for starters, the speed buff needs to either I don't want
One
to say
turn.
entirely remove it, at least one turn.
One turn
There's no
is fine.
debate on that. Nobody in this
Yeah.
game is going to argue it needs 2 turns.
Do
No,
you
it
guys
doesn't.
do you guys think there should be because so Lima already has a different S2 than her and Praha, right?
By awakening, yeah.
Like by awakening, yeah. So do you guys think this skill should have an extra cooldown? It is just ridiculous with Juno, especially she's like if you bring any forms of
Especially
buffs,
Praha,
if you bring any forms of buffs, there's nothing you can do because Juno is like, you can't waste your resets on Juno. You can't put your buffs up because she just, without any ACRES checks, as long as she gets the strip, turns every single one of them into a dot, gets the chance to despair stun you, and then it's only on cooldown for 2 turns. It's not, and you can't prevent any of her turns because of her passive. So it's not like, it is a genuine 2 turns. When her cooldown says on cooldown for 2 turns, it is 2 turns because you can't stop any of those turns from happening.
What if
It's
we
not
changed
fair.
her awakening to resistance?
Resistance. Well,
Straight
they're
up,
never going to
dude.
do that.
Okay,
If a fucking
okay.
attack type, if all these attack types they're releasing from the
I
Assassin's
hate that
Creed
she
can
has
have a Res
accuracy.
Awakening,
Yeah.
give her a Res Awakening too.
But Beefy, stop, please. Don't give him shitty ideas. They're gonna make other units worse as well. Let's not start
Okay,
in
Yeah.
this direction.
But I just think that S2 doesn't belong on a unit that you can't prevent her turns. Like, if you're going to have a skill with a cooldown on a unit that can never have its turns stopped, then the cooldown needs to make sense. Like, that cooldown makes sense on Praha because she can't just spam it. You can stun her. You can you can reset her and then stun her. And then now the skill is like 4 turns away, really.
Yeah.
But you can't do that with Juno. Every turn, whether she's stunned or whatever, she gets it. So I don't know. I just hate it.
The most minimum thing they can do is lower the speed buff to 1 turn, and if we're still crying about it, just totally remove it.
I think like this is what we should start off with, like speed buff to 1 turn.
Yeah.
Definitely. And then see how it affects everything. And
Yeah.
then maybe even go further.
Yes.
I mean, I think she should only heal herself too, because it's like you basically can't use an AoE unless that AoE includes heal block, and they don't give that debuff out. Like there's like no units with an AoE heal block. It's like the Desert Queens and Daphnis. Like I don't even know who else. Who the hell? Nikki, yeah. There you go. So
Nikki's the only one.
I think it's if she's gonna have so little counterplay, I just don't think she should be healing her team because there's just no way to prevent it unless you're using
You know what is a
fucking
great
Bastet
counter
or
against
something.
Juno? See?
What?
You know what is a great counter?
Killing it?
Bird.
Yeah, Verd. That's true.
Yeah.
It's like
There
the
you
only
go.
way to
There's the
outpace her.
balance.
Yeah, exactly.
And Fire Monkey.
All right. So next up, Rika.
7.
7. Yeah. I think she
Yeah.
belongs in that tier with these
Yeah, yeah.
guys. Ciara. I actually think she's back down to average, to be honest.
And
Yes, there's just
like anything
Team
can perform if you put it on a 130 efficiency set. Like Ricky would obviously. I don't even think Ricky would rate her that high.
I don't think
to
he
be
would
honest.
either.
He's just using it, right? Because he has an insane set for it. I would 6. It has
Yeah,
a speed
6.
lead,
yeah, 6.
even if it's like somehow became the worst speed lead from one of the best.
Yeah. All right. Charlotte, analytics
fucking-
favorite unit, the highest
the
win
most
rate for the past
analytical
10
unit.
seasons.
Unbeatable. Like, statistically, she needs to be on Come To Us, please.
I know.
Right?
I'll never.
Her win rate is absurd.
This unit is an anomaly. She has had the highest win rate for like 10 straight seasons, and it makes no fucking sense.
Everyone like underrates it every single time.
But
I think she's like
in comparison to this list, I think 7.5.
Yeah, I like 7.5
sense.
personally.
Yeah.
Well. Yeah.
Lima
slept on for some reason, but it's not. Well, she's better than Praha.
8.5.
Yeah, she's definitely better than
debating
Praha.
between 9 or 8.5, but if you're saying 8.5, then it's just 8.5.
Yeah.
Regardless by average.
I probably would have said 8 if Praha wasn't already in here, because she's definitely better than Praha. Laura. You never see this unit. Is that a bad thing, or like?
No, I think she's just slept on too. To be honest, they're like she's being used wrong. I like her as a 7.5 at least.
I played her a bit, and she's not bad at all. 7.5.
Okay, I can agree with that. All right, Gianna.
9.5.
I think 9.
I was gonna say 8.5.
Oh, okay.
What?
I mean, that puts us in this
She
range.
has so many counters now. Like I've seen the Via ones. Some Gianna players have been adapting really well. Because I feel like you.
Fifi,
Yeah.
let me pull one, play on my account, and you're gonna say 9.5.
I mean, if
so?
Zabala didn't exist, I'd probably have her all the way down in 8. Like, I'm only at 9 because of her synergy with Zabala.
Because Zabala is keeping her relevant.
It's like my only. It's the only reason why I value her at all, because she's like the ultimate Zabala partner. But at this point, especially when I'm cleaving, when I see a Gianna, I'm like, all right, nice. They've only got 4 picks left to try to beat me, because that ain't doing shit. Like,
yeah,
but that's kind of biased, right?
Well, that's why there's 3 of us. That's why I'm not the only one doing it.
Yeah. Against bruises, like, she is insane on Vio. Let her proc like 2 times, man. She puts 3 bombs out, and then you're just dead.
Yeah,
I agree.
But like the other thing, but the other thing though that like I don't agree with her being 9.5 is that there's going to be another unit that we're going to put in this tier, and that unit needs to be at least 2 tiers away from this unit, because they're just not even close. They're just not. Like, but Nikki next.
Nikki, fuck man.
I feel like this is a luck sack unit, bro.
I'm not gonna let you guys go first on this one.
I'm saying 8. This is a luck sack unit to me.
No.
If like she has no way of like saving herself from just being absolutely fucking clapped on unless she just reses or procs, or it's like her only hope.
What's her awakening again? She awakens into res, right?
Let me check.
I don't fucking know.
Well, I'm gonna base it off her awakening.
What? What does that even mean? You're supposed to base it off of having fought it. Like, what do you mean?
My opinion. Eat my ass.
It is res, yeah.
It is res awakening.
Although, if this was
8.5.
If this was prior to Ongi nerf, she's probably like a 9.5, but I think she's an 8 now.
You're 8 and 8.5.
Yep.
From you guys. And then I think we settle on 8.5. I would say 9 for her.
Okay. I don't hate it.
We're in the same. We're in the.
Straight up. For me, this is a 10. I don't know. What about you guys?
Straight up.
Like the S2 is too broken. It's just.
Yep.
So dumb. So dumb.
I mean,
like this kid with a fucking 119 base speed unit. Like, please.
The S3 is too broken still, too. It's like the fact that you can just go 0 accuracy on this unit and just have damage and lock down whatever the fuck you want. Like, you can pretty much lock down anything but a Shizuka at will. Like, there's no stopping it. And you're not outspeeding it either. So it's like, everything about this unit is disgusting. Asima.
An 8 for me. A little bit. But, like, yeah, I'd say 8.
I don't know if she's better than Charlotte. I guess an 8. I guess 8.
For me, she is 8.
8 is good.
Like, pushback is just so like, it's so hard to be doing just debuffs.
When you have an Asima like properly ruined, like, and she can immediately
and her team just dies.
Yeah, like that's a fucking 8, dude. She's a six. It's not like the comparison. Rika just pumps over S3, and then your opponent is most likely done for, but you can still come back from it. If a Seema goes S3 into S2, you are very, very unlikely.
If she gets the full lap, you're dead.
Yeah, like that's just giga juice.
All right, next up, Kraka, my most wanted unit in all of Summoner's War.
I'm saying 8.
It's a 8.5 for me, but okay, I'm okay with that. Her synergy with Shizuka though is just like, oh,
we just saw it today.
It's so good, crazy. Man. It's good.
Fucking crazy.
And people like Ken Baller who have her with Shizuka, but also Ragdoll in the Dark Manon. It's like the synergies are just so insane.
Yep.
Gorgeous.
And she's just an additional damage machine.
Oh yeah. I see the next unit.
Yep.
Baby.
So Pinkroid, where do you guys rank him?
That's Pinkroid, right? Pinkroid's pretty good player.
Like we need a tier that says like 10 or 1. Like you don't know. Like who the fuck knows?
If you think about how the concept of the unit, honestly, I would put him straight at the top because he shouldn't work like he works.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. Fully.
Because I actually feel like 9.5 personally, but
this is like the tier where it's like this is just a genuinely strong busted unit. This is like the tier that's like, what the fuck? Like what is going?
But
I only want to put him
Douglas,
there. I want to put him there only because he can single-handedly win you the game before you even moved.
Yep.
He can just kill 2 units or like the whole team before you even move. Once on your whole team. It's just dumb. That should never exist in a turn-based strategy game, guys.
Yeah, it's such bullshit. Water Monkey King. I love this guy.
With or without Shizuka?
With.
In a vacuum?
In a vacuum, 6. With Shizuka, 9. No, this is an 8.5 for me.
You're putting it 8. Did you say 8.5?
Yeah.
Holy.
This unit carried my season on its back. I mean, granted, with Shizuka's Odin synergies and stuff, but still.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 7.5.
Okay, I can agree 7.5. I was saying 7, but sure, 7.5, I guess, or 8, whatever. Average it how you please.
I guess he looks kind of. Jemire looks out of place now though, because these got to be better than Jemire. Like, come on.
No.
I mean, not this, but like these 3 at least. All right. Fire Monkey King.
Really, if you looking at the current meta picks, which units are OP and stuff, Jemire definitely is in place, I think.
So Fire Monkey King.
9.5.
This is a 9.5 for me.
9.5.
Where it's like it's not in the bullshit tier, but it's as strong as it gets, pretty much for a unit. Yeah. Leo.
9.5.
This has come to us, please, for me because I just don't like. On a fundamental level, I just don't like this unit. Like,
I can't disagree with you. But
it's such an unfair mechanic that, like everything else in this game, even other units that have unfair mechanics that we have up here, there's conditions to them, right? Like, this guy has to revenge. This guy has to cut. It's all probability and bullshit. This is just, it's on the field, so you're fucked. Like, I hate that. Like, I hate 100% certainty in a game where nothing else has 100% certainty.
That's not really true. There is something else.
What? You can't. So but even her, she has the conditions of getting you stripped, getting a turn. Leo is just there. Like his passive is in full effect at all times, as long as he is alive and not oblivion. His passive is in full effect.
Wait, I just saw it. Zik, why are you disappearing? Like half of the...
I don't know. I'm just using the Discord. I'm using like the Discord weird thing because I've got so much shit going on in the background.
Oh, okay.
The smoke is killing him.
Yeah, I mean, I would also say 9.5 because I think it's a necessary evil to some degree. I think.
I don't know though, but it's like
it's really dumb. But
the only reason why I push back, the reason why I push back on the necessary part though, and the same thing with Douglas. It's like if you were to just take Leo out of your box, I don't think your rank would change whatsoever. So it's like
me, no. For me, it's whatever.
Well, like a lot of people. I mean, and honestly, I think if your rank did change just by taking this out of your box, I think that's kind of a you problem. You know, like because it really shouldn't. Like I don't know. I just fundamentally hate this unit. I hate mechanics like this unit, I should say. But
if you couldn't abuse it yourself, then I would say absolutely pump it up there. But because you can ruin a unit that would just punish your opponent for taking Leo early.
Yeah, if there's an 11th pick in the draft that you can.
Yeah, then yes.
Then you can punish.
But sometimes he's out earlier. But like I know what you're saying.
Okay, he's not really Omega bullshit RNG, right? And that's why I wouldn't put him to come to us, please. He is like, it's super dumb what he does. I agree, but
yeah, but I mean, we have Ethna up there. She has no RNG. She's just busted.
Yeah, because she takes 2 turns because
she's just broken.
Unit and...
Yeah, but okay, Wind Monkey King.
7 for me.
7.
Yeah, that sounds about right. He's still a pain in the ass. Light Monkey King.
8-5. But
yeah,
9?
It's 8-5 for me.
9? Like I'm
8-5. I would also probably say 8-5-9.
Probably like the top of probably like the top of 8-5. Is it definitely better than these? But ain't no way he's better than these.
Yeah.
And Ragdoll, our old friend.
Any arguments?
I mean, you don't need me to tell anything, right?
Yeah. Come to us, please. just please, man. It's been too long. Dark Monkey King.
So definitely worse than Charlotte. 7.
I think 7. Yeah, I think 7.
Yeah.
It's funny. Charlotte's like the bar. It's who I keep looking at too. Well, for the AOE's, like where I want to put them.
Charlotte to high 7-5 though.
It's true. She is better than these shit cans.
She's almost 8. We might end up moving her to 8 at the end of this.
So,
we'll see.
Fran?
What? 6?
I mean, yeah, like I think she's better than these two idiots, at least. Yeah. All right, Yan Hong. This is a 9. I was just gonna say 9 for me as well.
I was gonna say 9-5.
Almost any other season you say 9-5, but like she feels
this meta no.
She feels 9. Somewhat more manageable now that we have other bullshit high base speeds to contest her with.
I would also say other seasons 9-5, right now 9.
Agree.
I can agree. I can
she's on the border. She's probably the best in here. But
yeah, sure. I can for sure. She's the best.
Wool Young.
8. I'm not hating on it. I like 8 personally.
You guys are so much high. You're so much higher on it than I am. Like I was gonna say 6, but
really,
her base speed just feels unusable. Like I feel like if I had this, my team wouldn't change one bit. Like my boosters would still be Draco.
But
Escher,
just having this in the back pocket,
like for versus turn 2s, where you just want guaranteed.
If you don't have to fight high speed contest, I think she's great. He gives you the speed lead and the attack buff with healing and insane damage if you have the runes for it.
So you guys both said 8, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like a 6 on that unit. I don't know, and it's just so tough. It's just, that base speed is just so fucking tough to deal with.
That's a lot of units on the list, unfortunately.
So Wusa.
8.
That looks about right to me. What do you think for us?
8.
Definitely not.
I was gonna go a little bit like 7.5. Like the immunity is so weird right now.
Yeah, because of Juno. Every fucking team has a busted ass AoE strip because they just pick this unit and it does it for them. All right, Dooman, who I tried to put in the nah tier before we started, but she was vetoed out. So my vote is still nah, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think at least a 7. She has a lot of good uses against the bruiser comps for sure.
I would say, even if it's my unit, I would still say 7-5. She's not against these bruiser comps. If you utilize it properly, it's actually pretty good. If
Okay.
she doesn't miss. She obviously shouldn't be able to miss, then she would be okay.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And she is a great Ganny Hathor combo. Like that guy who was like top 4 for like 90% of the season. I don't know where he ended up finishing. He wasn't in Legend Tourney though, but he has a Dooman with his Ganny Hathor that actually makes beating him really fucking difficult because any counter you can come up with to the CC is now just dead in 4 turns and there's nothing you can do about it.
It's cool. It's a cool mechanic.
Chiwu, the other Ganny Hathor partner.
6. That's actually kind of low.
I think 7. I'd say about 7.
7 is fine.
I'll change my vote to 7. 6 is aggressive.
Wunsa.
8.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, I was gonna say like 8.5 or so, but I'm cool with that. Tessa. I almost feel like there's too many passives that Tessa's almost become bad because he can't handle them all. It's like,
that's why you go Shizuka Tessa. I think he definitely is an 8 because he's so good against everything in this meta.
Yep,
basically, I'm picking him every second game.
It's very true.
Even though
I'm cool with 8. Somewhere in the 7.5, 8 range.
8
yeah. Elsha.
Yeah.
He's super fun, but
he's fun.
It's tough right now. For here.
I'm seeing Julian. I think average is fine for him, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Well, can't Elsharan theoretically still outspeed an Ethna or no? That's not happening. I don't remember.
I don't think you make it.
Passive.
I mean, if you gave him a real Swift set, sure. But
but Swift, you want the proc, right?
Right, like you can't do it like a Miles, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because he doesn't get it off the enemy's buff, so... And I think he's capped at like 30 bonus speed or something.
No, 100. Increase your attack speed by 5 for each beneficial effect granted on the allies up to 100.
But it's 7 max, right? On turn 1, so 35.
Yeah, so if you put it that way, then yeah.
But okay, Veramos.
Vero, he's a pretty cool. Actually, I really wish I used him more, considering my box limitation. All to say, but I'd say 7.5.
I think 7.
I didn't use him much myself, but I've seen people make great success with it. So I would even say 8. I think right now.
Okay. Tiana.
6.
Yeah, she's. If you own a Nephthys, it's a different ball game, but otherwise, Eleanoa, I fucking love this. This is like a 9 for hard 9
so
for me.
Underused. I would say 9. I'm aggressive with that. I think 9.
8.5.
Poseidon.
7.
Yeah, I'd say he belongs right around wherever Verad is, I guess. They're almost the exact same unit, so sure. Oki, newly buffed Oki.
Average.
Average.
Yeah.
Change his awakening to accuracy.
And then we're talking,
It's like 9.5. It's insane.
Honestly, you know what? At this point, fucking revert his nerf.
That
too. But no, they also change his awakening, though.
Yeah. Crit is fucking...
Triton.
They're clowning on Oki. They're actually clowns with the Oki.
I think Triton just belongs to forever be 1 tier below Wunsa. Wherever Wunsa ends up, Triton's like...
behind Wunsa or 1 tier below it, however you want to word it, but yeah.
Molly, post-nerf. I don't know if I fought a Molly in like this whole season. I'm sure I did, but...
I think 7 is good.
Yeah, 6 or 7 for me. What do you think for us? I guess 7.
6 or 7 is fine.
Yeah, must be better than Vela and Sierra and stuff.
Yeah. Pontos.
I always rate him high because he tends to bend me over 9 out of 10 times. So we'll give him 9 for that 9 out of 10 times for me.
I think 8 or so.
I think you can put him above Lima, so 8.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. This is true. Yeah.
He now has
I
like.
totally forgot Lima already was in.
Shizuka makes his life so weird because then he kind of like backfires on you.
Which Lima doesn't, right? So I think he's
Because then Lima will just strip that shit right back off. Sekhmet.
Sekhmet the clown.
I think 9 anyway. As clowny as she is,
Yeah.
these high base speed units are just
I'm
so
like
hard
debating
to rate low.
9-5. I'm debating either 9-5 or 6, but I think 9 is gonna be the
Or 6.
It's so fucking
You
random.
really want to put her 9? Like this is a 28% chance she fails you every game.
I know.
Well, on a willed unit,
It's a-
but like in a lot
PvP.
of speed contests, they are missing will on something, and then it's
I
a.
mean, she's very good, but 9, I would say. I don't see her on par with these others on that tier. You know. I think more like an 8 because of the inconsistency for me.
Yeah, I mean, it all just depends, because it's like for me personally as a cleaver, outside of the Yonhong, this would be the scariest unit for me to fight on here. Like the rest are just kind of sitting ducks to teams that get
So
that
you're both
outspeed it
saying
and
9
stuff.
for her?
I think 9. I don't know what
say
Firas
9.
was going with.
I said 9.
I also think this S2 is still like the best S2 in the game,
in
next
the
to
S2.
Veronica's.
Wait! Don't forget Ethna, okay?
Okay, yeah.
But 8-5, I think 8-5 is good.
Okay, so somewhere at the top of this.
Yeah.
Hathor. I don't know how people use this unit anymore with Fire Monkey and shit, but they still do somehow. I don't get it.
Yeah. And I don't know how they're winning. The Chibu Wusa Hathor Gani comp blows my mind how that beats me consistently when I take Patter Fire Monkey. I'm so lost. I cannot calculate it.
This is like,
you know why, Fifi?
It's
you know why, how, Fifi? There's a unit in the tier at the top, in the front of every other unit, that makes it possible.
Yeah.
Oh, the Verd. But I end up banning
they are
even
super reliant on the Verd, but I think she's like a 7.
I would say 7.
Just like the Hathor by herself, I would.
Yeah, by herself, yeah. She's not better than that.
Ah, Wajat, the boy.
Okay, Ababo gives it a 10. Ziggy gives it a 6.
he gives it a 10 to trigger me, but
yeah.
no one obviously no one actually believes that.
7. Better than Sierra for sure.
Yeah.
And this is
7 makes sense to me.
As good as Chiwu, I can say for sure. As good as Chiwu,
yeah,
that's a 7 for me.
Isis.
Sometimes fake, sometimes not.
Like on paper, in this meta, it's like 9.5, but everyone who owns her tells me otherwise, so I don't know what to do with it. Like,
I understand their argument because it's just like
does no damage and shit.
No, well, they get out of it right away. 2 turns is comedic. It's actually not enough.
But that's part of like the doing no damage, because it's like if you bring 2 strips and then an Isis, there's 1 unit left to kill them in that 2-turn time frame that you buy yourself. Like that's not enough. It's not enough time, you know. But it's not really her fault.
8. I'm saying 8.
I think 8 as well.
I can agree.
Nephthys. This is a 9.5 for me.
9.5. Yeah.
Probably, maybe even the best one in there. Samath.
8.
8.
8? What?
Generous. I know he has a lot of.
I was gonna say like 7, but you guys really think he's on par with Vanessa? And I don't even like Vanessa, but even then, I think Vanessa's better than Poseidon or Samath.
I'm not gonna argue. It's still a speed lead that you can take if you take enough strippers in your comp. I don't think it's bad at all. As like if you know you're gonna outspeed your opponent if you take a 33 because they took Oliver. I think he does the job with his S2 very well.
I'm fine with 8 or 7.5.
Yeah,
with it 1.
I won't argue 7.5.
I can't see how he can be on the same tier as Vanessa. It doesn't even make sense. I don't even like Vanessa.
Okay, 7.5. I can agree.
All right, Daphnis, the most banned unit in Summoner's War. No matter what, you pick a Daphnis and it gets banned. You could be against a Belio Nana, they ban this shit. I'll never understand it.
Well, he's insane against Belio though.
Yeah. So I mean, this to me is like.
I think 7.5.
I'd say 8. I think in a tier with Water Monkey, that sounds about right.
On par with Teor, oddly enough, kinda yes. In a weird like
8.
7.5.
It makes sense with Teor and Water Monkey and that. Gani.
I think I've been really wanting to use it myself too. I'm just kind of sleep on it, but I think 8 is very good. With so many cooldowns, if you rune him where he's faster, so like how people are using Jamair as tech against like Sekhmet Veronicas, I feel like Danny does a worse job of that, but he still does that job. You can put him like
He's
an
literally enabling like this Wusa, Hathor, Chivu
Yeah.
stuff, right?
That's
Oh
right.
yeah, 100%.
He's definitely an
He's the
8.
engine. Yeah,
I'd say
I agree with 8. Oberon.
8 for me as well. Actually,
I think 7.5. I still think he's worse than
better than
Daphnis. I always have.
worse than Daphnis. After they changed his awakening to actually be something of value to him.
But like Daphnis still does more damage. Obviously, there's the condition of landing. Has a way better S2, in my opinion, at least for your nuker. Because
I say 8.
Yeah, I think 7.5. So I mean, that's right around. You said, wait, what did you say for us?
Shizuka didn't exist.
I don't
Wait,
remember.
we need to
Oberon
put
would be
we need to put Samaf up to 8. Look at it.
Come on, you have all 4. But Nyx is not moving.
Is
Nyx
this
still-
is this officially the most mid family ever? They're just all right in the center of the tier list. Like,
Nyx is the name.
all
I
right,
don't even think about moving Nyx.
Molong. See, this is why it gets weird. This is better. Molong is better than Oberon. He just is, but he's not an 8.5.
Yeah, but I would actually rate Molong like 8.5 though. Personally.
See, like I rate, for me, Molong is equal to Daphnis, and they're both better than Oberon, in my opinion. So I would say like 8, but
I'm saying 8.5. I love Molong.
what do you think, Rax?
8.
Okay. This is just the nuker tier. And the fucking rat.
Rat.
This is 9.5 for me. I don't think he's in the fuck
happy
you
with
tier
9.
yet, but
No.
like he's so fucking good, man.
9 for me.
9 is okay. Yeah, I think 9 is okay.
Okay.
I think people are not putting putting too much value on Raccoon and just ignoring everything around the rat that's making him look
Well,
like
yeah, I mean he's a support.
yeah.
That's generally what happens with
never
support units.
It's just like it's the same thing like when Lulu was like everyone's crying.
Right.
But they were
But it's really because
everything
there's a
around
ragdoll
the
giving
Lulu.
it a gazillion bar,
Yeah,
and it has no cooldowns.
The Diana and the Verd at the time, and the Antares and all that shit. Instead of looking at those 3 units, they're just looking at the Lulu. This is the same thing with Raccoon to me.
All right, Tion Lang.
6.
Yeah. This is This is
Shut up,
this is
Phoebe,
a,
you
this is a,
bitch.
this is a 10 to me. I don't.
This is 9.5.
This doesn't get better in this. I don't know if there is a better unit in this meta than TL. Like he's a 10 for me.
9.5.
You know, I would also put him there, but at the same time, I don't think he should be nerfed.
So 9.5.
I don't know about that.
No, I don't think like he should be nerfed again. Like it's not his fault that he's so fucking good because every unit by now has pushback and all that shit. So
Yeah.
I mean, I think it sucks that he's a fucking LD5. He shouldn't be an LD5. He should be accessible for everyone.
Yeah.
Like
But we've been
what
asking
he
for a
does.
free-to-play Tian Lang for a long time.
Yeah.
Mi Ying.
Just as good as Tian Lang, if you ask me.
I actually think that
That's
this guy is a bruiser demolisher.
He is. He's actually like
he's like an 8.5 for me. Like not quite as good as Han, but does very similar things to just shredding bruisers as Han does.
8-5.
And what did you say for us? I didn't hear
I
yours.
was like mid 7.5, 7.
Whoa, what? 7?
Okay,
Do you see the units in 7?
I don't fight him that often.
I fought him quite a bit this season.
I barely saw.
And I don't even play bruiser, and I still was having a bitch of a time.
If you told me I fought him more than twice, I'd be shocked. I don't think he's a bad unit at all. If you guys feel like 8.5, I'm going to agree with you.
He's one of the strongest bruisers for sure.
I know he'll kill like the monkey Camila comps, right?
Oh yeah, I mean they
Yeah,
can't
so
even they do no damage to him. He's like invincible
Since
versus
I haven't
them.
seen it, then just I'll agree with you guys' number.
Moving
This
some of these
situation.
shitty ones out. Diana.
Oddly has seen more play, but
Back
like
in the day,
7.
used to be the king of come to us please tier. Yeah, I think it's like a. I'd actually say 7.5. Looking at the rest of the list,
7.5.
Like, gotta be better than Wind Monkey, surely.
Yeah, I would say it's better than One Monkey.
Tableau.
And
It's an 8 for me.
I'm putting him at 9 personally.
Whoa.
You
do
don't
you
have him, right, Fifi?
No, I don't have LD4s.
What do you think, Rax?
Okay, 8.
8. Probably one of the better units in this tier.
Yeah.
But
Better
Definitely.
than Vanessa even.
Celia. I think it's like 7. I think it's somewhere around where Teshar hangs out.
I had a day where I fought her like 3 times in like within my 30 wings, and I
Yeah,
actually
and
had
you-
to
and
back.
you don't
I left
own
it
Juno.
in once. Yeah, no, that's the thing. I didn't have the Juno, but I left her the once. She screwed me up, and then I had PTSD, and I had to ban her the other 2 times. Based on
7.5.
that one day, I'm putting her at 8.
And what'd you say, Rex?
7.5.
7.5? Okay. So yeah, it's about right.
Producer unit.
Light Cow.
This unit single-handedly got me into SWC at 6.
Yeah, I think 6.
What? No way.
she's
She does
she's
not work.
toxic
Don't
and she's a
even-
pain in the ass, but like good, I don't know.
She doesn't do anything.
I don't
know.
know. I guess if Molly's gonna be in, I changed mine to 7.
She is better. Is she better than Molly though? I don't.
She
even know,
is.
dude.
Yeah, I
don't
think she
have
is
Molly,
now.
though, to say I got the cow before the Molly, so
I think
don't
she's
know.
better than current Molly. Yeah.
I would put
doesn't
her
do
7.5 at least, to be honest. Like,
it's so. I was really like looking forward to using her against some of the comps, and she just didn't do it. She just doesn't do it. I don't know what it is that she had to do, but she wasn't doing it.
Yeah.
Fucking depressed.
All right, Vivachel. I think 8.5, based on the rest of these tiers.
I'm like 9.85. I'm thinking, how much does it really?
I'm also a little bit biased in that I would just kill to have this unit. She has so many combos. She looks so fun. But
She does have a lot of combos. Like I feel like she's so versatile, and like all the
I
comps I
think
fought her in,
8.5. 8.5.
I can
Yeah.
agree. I feel like 9 still, but 8.5 is going to be the average. But
better Lydia?
than Lydia.
Yeah,
Better than
is there a
Lydia.
better than Lydia tier?
Yeah, it's called average.
But yeah, I think she's about a 6. I think she's better than these. I mean,
Yeah,
versus Cleve, versus the comp that I ran all season, she's up here. But I understand most people are not dealing with that, so
I would put her 7, I think.
yeah. And
like 6.
yeah, I'm 6 on her. Josephine.
Okay.
See, this is calm to us, please, for me.
Do it up, Ziggy.
yeah.
Do it up.
Because I like
Nonsense.
She needs an extra cool, and the fix is she needs an extra cooldown. You cannot just be 1 proc away at all times. It's fucking bullshit.
It is.
It's not right. Leona.
Obviously, just as good as Josephine, right? 6.
I think she's like a 7.5, I guess.
Yeah.
Is where
I
I'd
think so
probably
too.
have her.
Generous. With all the shit that's out there that would just in the meta that would just counter her immediately. She's almost a non-factor to like ever be drafted properly.
Dude,
Do
you
we-
have Lang. Of course, you know.
But Tail Line doesn't fucking care.
Do we
Well,
have to
whatever.
talk about this
Alright,
guy
alright.
who also
Defense
just
right.
needs? Do we have to talk about this guy other than he?
I want
Like-
to say 9.5 because I really want him, but I always wanted him even when he was at 30% instead of the 40% HP drop. But let's put him at 10.
I mean,
and
the
I still want him.
real issue is he needs a cooldown increase. Like that skill 3 is so good in such a low cooldown on a unit who steals turns. It's like you can't
Yeah.
have all of those things in one. That's too many things to have.
Put him up there.
Like it's a
I mean,
three. You realize it's a
I
3-turn
personally don't-
cooldown.
Yeah, but I personally I can really well deal with it, usually.
Yeah.
But I see what you mean because like if you're playing Arena Rush actively, this guy can
Oh,
just
yeah, that
single-handedly
too.
solo your team.
Yep.
It's
That
some bullshit.
that skill cannot be a 3-turn cooldown. It just that skill would be good on a 3-turn cooldown on a unit that didn't even cut turns. When you also cut turns, that's fucking ridiculous.
That's true.
Like,
I do see the point. For
and
sure.
yeah, he
I
does
don't mind
also
him nerfed, so put him there.
he does also torture Arena as well. But Bellamus, yeah, wherever Rika
he's
is, in my
actually better than
opinion,
Rika.
he is
Actually,
better.
He's a better Rika.
I don't know if he's better than like a Varad though, in a meta that's very Juno-y, Verdi, that type of thing.
He's not better than Varad.
I think he's fine there.
No. And Volantis.
9-5.
This is, I mean, this is come to us please for me, but we can put it there.
It is for me too. But like with Sekhmet and Hey Gang, which we haven't even got to,
he has like a bajillion counters, so
it's so weird. And like if I owned a Juno, I would probably still agree at that 9-5. So like not just, I hate him with a passion. He's so, that passive is so dumb, but 9-5.
Like, I mean, in my opinion though, he has like 5 counters, and those counters are very common, and they're also pretty broken. But I think he has like 5, and if you don't want, and if you don't want to play in that box of those 5 counters, then get ready to get your ass blasted by this unit.
I don't
like. If you,
he's like the highest 9-5, 9.9.
I mean, yeah. I just wish he was. I wish he was a better unit that didn't have that revenge bullshit. Like, you could make his skills as crazy of skills as you can imagine, and I wouldn't care as long as it cost him his revenge to get those skills. Like, it's just too much. It's too much RNG. Like, I don't know. I hate that unit. All right, Pater.
Pater?
Like, yeah. I mean, it's got to be better than Light Cow, right?
11.
He's way better than Light Cow. I want to say 8.
I'd say 8.5 probably, but no, I'd say 8. I'd say 8.
No, when I look at what the rest of 8.5 is,
Fifi has the unit. Whoever put it at 11 because Fifi has it.
Yeah. Well, just because I have a super juicy pattern doesn't mean everyone else does. So.
No, I think 8 is fine for him.
And even then, you should still like never pick it because it's garbage.
Well, the way I ruined it, it's just become dedicated Gianna counter, and it works pretty good.
I mean, yeah, okay. I mean, Bulwark. Like, I hate these weird counter picks. Like, it feels so weird putting them on like anywhere on a tier list. It's like, you're fighting buffs? Okay, then he's a force ban. You're not fighting buffs? Okay, you never pick him. Like, what the it's just so weird, you know?
I think 7.5.
Yeah, somewhere in here. I don't really. Geldnir?
I think he's underused, but he's still like a 7.5.
I view him as like identical to Bulwark. Like, I don't even register as them being 2 different units, honestly. Bella? I think I'd probably
8?
go. I was gonna go 7 probably.
I have I know she requires insane efficiency. I don't know Obawa's efficiency on it that makes her look really good. If it's like a 130 efficiency set that she requires,
I don't think it's his efficiency that makes her look good. I think it's the Han that follows up and KOs the unit.
Shit. The base sets are so garbage. Yeah, I would say 8, but I think 7.5 is fine.
Let me take a look at this.
Beelzebub.
Beelzebub.
I think it's like God. I think it's like an 8.5. Beelzebub
is horrible. No, yeah,
8.5.
8.5. He's a pretty sweet last pick.
New Barbara. I didn't get the chance. I didn't try her. That the balance patch happened too close to the end of the season, so I didn't feel like losing a bunch of games testing this bullshit. So I honestly have no idea.
Probably.
What would you say for us?
I didn't test it either, so
7.5 is what I said.
Okay, yeah, somewhere in there. It's probably accurate. Masha.
No.
I still think 8.5.
Yeah.
When looking at the rest of this tier list, she's just so good still. Savannah?
6.
Yeah, I honestly think she's even worse than those AoEers.
Yeah.
Comedic.
Narsha.
Yeah, well, Fifi, if they finally fucking gave her egg or crit awakening, okay,
That's all
but
it is.
Yeah, still
That's all.
res after all these years.
Narsha, I'd say 8.5 as well.
I
Yep.
think.
As same as Narsha.
Yeah, I was gonna say 9, but yeah, this looks about right. Ziana. I think 6 personally on this.
Or whatever, yes. 6. She's just as bad as Savannah.
no, she's better. She's neutral and has awakening, no conditions. I think she's definitely better than Savannah.
Oh, what does she have for awakening?
She has crit.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 7. Hey gang,
Hey gang.
if you know what you're doing, he's like a 9 to 8.5. More than 8.5 is my money.
Yeah, 9 is too much.
A counter pick doesn't get better than this unit. Like, you could tell me 10 on that unit and I'd agree. Like, it just, as a counter pick, it doesn't get better than him. All right.
CP 8.5.
Chung Peng. I'm going 9.
8.5.
I'm saying 9.
Okay. That's fine.
Mookwol. 7.5,
7.
I think, is probably where I'm at.
I go 7. He's worse than Barbara.
Worse than Barbara. That's a weird comparison, but yeah.
No,
I'm saying 7 for him.
Okay. And Frost says worse than Barbara, so we can knock him down. More.
9.
9.
You know what? 9.5. 9.5. Fuck off. This is 9.5. I'm sick of this unit.
I'm so torn on him. Like, I feel like he's not as strong as these guys, but he's as toxic as these guys. So it's like, it's so tough. I would say power level 9.
You know,
but for how
level 9,
but for how frustrating he is, I would say up here.
You know what? I changed my mind. He's calm to us, please. I want him nerfed for the sake of being nerfed.
What are your thoughts, Rax?
I think 9 is good.
Okay. Douglas.
Yes, sir.
We all knew this was coming.
That'll never change for me.
Ever. And honestly, for me, he's at the top of this. Like,
yes, he is.
And I cleave. I didn't even have to fight a Douglas this season because all my units, obviously, when you're cleaving, I have stupid high attack. I'm using talisman. I have attack, but like, I don't even have to fight this unit, and I can still acknowledge, get him the fuck out of here. It's so dumb. Van Cliff. I see so many synergies with this guy, but I never see anyone use him, so I don't know what to do with it. Like, to
7,
me,
maybe?
Van Cliff is like 7.5, but everyone complains about him, so I don't really know.
I would say 7.5 as well. Okay, he's not as bad. He's not 7 because 7's semi-meme tier, but he's not in that.
What do you think, Rax?
Yeah, 7.5 is okay.
Ken? I'd probably say like 7.5. You could use him. I mean,
more
yeah,
like
I
7.
guess 7 is fine. 7 is fine.
Like, these just feel like really close to the unusable border, whereas like these are like, okay, like you could genuinely use this. I think the issue, it's like, as you get further into the game and people have like, more people have everything, this guy just falls off your radar, you know what I mean? But like, I don't know, if you were starting over on your account tomorrow with like a way skinnier box, I feel like Ken would probably be one of your best options, you know?
Yeah, probably
I don't know.
right.
It's weird. Carnal in 2023?
9.5.
I'd say 8. I'd say he's pretty strong, but I sure as fuck wouldn't say 9.5.
I mean, you know, it's Fifi, it's Carnal and not M. Bison, yeah?
Oh, Cardinal. Sorry, should I get clarified? Yes, more like an 8.5, yeah. So
I think 8.5 is good. 8.5 is good for him.
Yes, the Bison.
Cigar?
Also 8.5.
I think 8. I think he's a pretty fucking good unit. I don't know if you ever use him if you've got a Chung Peng, but he's still fucking awesome either way.
When you lose Chung Peng and you have Rune Luxury, he's super good to have as backup.
All right, Craig. See, this is where Wool Young gets weird for me, because there's not a universe you tell me this unit is worse than Wool Young. Like, he's better than Wool Young.
Well, not
There's
having
no
speed
shot.
lead makes it worse than Wool Young. Every day of the week.
No way. Yes. No way.
I think he's better than Woo Young as well.
Like, if you're cleaving, there's every cleaver in the universe would rather have Craig than Wool Young. I don't even think it's close.
Abs has access to both. And
Yeah.
I think he would actually
And guess what he uses on his Meowlia comp? This has no runes, and this is his best set. He has both on his alt. He has Wool Young and Craig.
A comedic combo. But yeah.
Gurkha.
6.
Yeah, I think somewhere. I think 7. What do you think for us? I only think 7 because you can now use him with Rakuni, and it almost feels like he didn't get nerfed. But
I haven't seen him once, except when Levert drafted him and he got sacked. But I actually don't think he's lower than I'd say 7.
Yeah, 7 is fine.
7 with a Rakuni, it's just fine.
Shizuka.
Come to us, please.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with that. What do you think, Rax?
Really?
Do you think 9.5 or what?
I think 9.5 is fine for her. Right now, like before she was nerfed, definitely Comtesse, please. Now 9.5, I would say.
Yeah, she's like the toughest unit too. Because I don't even know what you nerf, other than if they did want to just be like, okay, we're reverting the buff, then I could. But they never do that. They never do that. So I don't know. Tomo. This got to be 8.5. There's no way she's a 24 lead and is lower than Jemire somehow, some way.
No. She definitely tees off very well as a 24. I'd say 8.5 as well.
8.5.
I like 8.5 for Tomo, for sure.
Gio.
Odd-ass unit, somehow.
The wind on Taurus, in my opinion.
Basically.
Is she cutting and stunning you? Okay, 10. Is she not stunning you? Okay, not tier. I don't even know. I honestly have no idea.
It's hard to put her, I think.
Sometimes you fight her and you're like, was she even there? And other times you fight her and she beats you by herself. But she fucks up your whole shit and you lose.
What do you think about 8.5?
It's got to be one of these two. It has to be.
I was leaning more towards 7.5.
You have TL. You don't count, Fifi.
That's true, actually. You probably haven't even fought a Gio in like 2 months.
No, I've fought it a few times.
Like she literally can single-handedly disrupt any cleave or fucking turn 1 comp by herself.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and just fuck it all up. Same A.
9.5.
9.5.
I was gonna say 8.5, so that
9 is good.
Kind of lands us in there somewhere.
Suki.
We don't have to do these guys. I like them too, but we don't have to do those goofy ass units. All right.
You're willing to put Kinky. You're willing to put.
Well, yeah,
Suki,
Kinky's actually still getting used by people.
I wish I had a Kinky. I'm gonna vote with if you actually know how to draft this unit.
I think a Chroma Leona tier is pretty accurate for Kinky. You use Kinky quite a bit, right, Rax?
I think she's definitely better than those.
You think he's better? Okay.
The defense rate is kind of juice.
If you have if you put a really good rune set on him, like he's really good.
Yeah, he scales really hard on high efficiency. Ong Yuki.
8.
I think he's about a Kinky now.
8, yeah.
He's worth roughly 1 Kinky now. Nana, still one of like the best performing units, even though she doesn't feel that strong. I don't know.
You know what? 7.5. 7.5.
Like Charlotte tier. She's somewhere in the tier where it's like, how does she keep still having a crazy?
Charlotte always.
No. But I'm just obviously versus each other. But I'm saying like she's in this tier where it's like, how the hell does this unit just keep putting up a crazy win rate? I don't get it.
That's a good tier though.
Yeah, she does it probably because like she's an insane counterpick still, and they will never change to certain things.
Worse than 6? Nah, average, just below.
Kiki.
It's so weird.
If Juno didn't exist, this might be one of the strongest units in the game. But Juno is such a 1 unit counter to this this unit's whole existence that it gets real ugly.
I think 7.5.
Yeah.
I'm debating between 8.
Yeah, 8 and 7.5 is where I am too. So I guess it doesn't really matter.
High 7.5. Bro, she's better than Charlotte. Fucking, she's an 8.
I don't know though. Pushbacks are better than anything Kiki does. I don't know. It doesn't really matter anyway.
She's 7.5 is okay.
Miles.
This boy.
I say 8.5.
9 or 9.5. Yo, what the fuck?
It's worse than, I mean, definitely worse than these first 4.
Yeah, okay.
Definitely worse than more CP.
I think 9 is fine. 9.
Okay. John, I haven't tried him. I feel like his buff was probably pretty impactful, but I haven't used him yet, so I really don't know.
I also didn't, but I think he's at least gonna be an 8 now.
Agreed.
I think I totally forgot about the buff because I never fought it really. Yeah. Yes, right up there. Daniel. Just in case anyone didn't catch that, Oliver is at. Come to us, please.
Yeah.
We're not. I'm tired of talking about it. I'm tired of looking at that unit. Tired of seeing his stupid icon get picked in draft phase. I'm just tired of it.
Daniel.
Worse than John, I think now, in my opinion.
He is really good.
He is good, and he's fun. But I just think these units are a little bit better.
Does he have? Was it S2?
What?
S2 is the cooldown, right?
It's John's, yeah. Same as John's. And Oliver's, I guess. I don't know. I've used him quite a bit. I have a friend who has him, and I think he's like 7.5.
He has Egg Awakening as well, so
his base stats are all the surfers have crazy awesome base stats for whatever reason. But
8.
Okay. And Jackson. He's wherever Tian Lang is, in my opinion. He counters the meta just as hard as Tian Lang does.
I'm saying,
and they do it in almost the exact same way. So, what do you think, Rax?
I would put him 8, honestly.
8.
I think he's not a good unit.
What is that?
Where does that even leave us? Wait, so Frost, what did you say? I said 9.5.
9.5 as well. I agree.
Okay, so somewhere in here, I guess, like end of 9, I guess.
High 9.85 to a low 9, yeah.
I mean, the thing is, like, if you know it's coming, it's so easy to deal with, and he basically does nothing if you don't trigger the passive. That's what, yeah.
There's so many teams though that have no choice but to like if you were just told to do 30 wings in a day on Scribble's account and you happen to fight 30 Jacksons, like you're having the worst day of your life. There's no other options. Like it's Shad, it's Chungpung, it's more. It's like
honestly, with that comp, if there's only Jackson and they don't have like a Reggie and Vert,
well, it's usually like Leo, right? It's usually like you either sacrifice all your speed and your Shan's ability to deal damage and leave Leo, or you just let me cut every time you click a skill because of Jackson. Yeah. It's
those combinations. And then like there's Diana and there's Vert and then there's
he's so good with Diana. Dude, that's the most fun thing to do on Stoic's account is just pick fucking Diana with Jackson and just anytime you want. Like you don't have to worry about ever getting cut. You just fucking transform that bitch and start blasting.
Yeah.
And it's so cool.
Jackson Robo, this Fire Robo is like a 7.5.
Yeah, this is also what I use on his account. Yeah, Fire, I would say.
I'm just for the Jackson again. I'm still not willing to put him on par with Neftis, TL, Volantis. I really don't think so.
All right,
well, so that's fair.
9 is okay. It's okay.
All right, so Fire Robo, this is an 8 to me. I don't know where you guys are.
7.5, I guess.
Okay. Wind Robo.
8.5.
8.5 as well. That's what I was thinking. Where you at, Rax?
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good to me.
And Dark. This is a 9 for me.
Yeah, it's like on par or better.
He just scales so well with the quality of your LDs.
I'd put him 9.5 to be honest, right now.
And where were you for us?
I was saying like he's either better or equal, but like a high equal. 9. I like 9.
Yeah, nine's where I'm at as well. I just think he scales so well with very specific units, and like you're definitely going to struggle a bit if you don't have those. Like if you're missing Zabala and stuff, he's a totally different unit for you than he is for everybody else. Nora.
7.5.
I think 7.5 as well.
That's fine.
Riley.
She's still...
Assuming every Riley you fight has a ragdoll next to it, where is she? Because that's the only
basically
time you're ever going to see her.
7.5 as well. Like she's like almost an 8.
Yeah, 7.5 sounds good. This Dark Girl that everyone thought was going to break the game, and then you practically never see her.
Honestly, it's the same as Ella. She's the same as Ella to me. Nobody fucking owns her to like play it out.
I mean, someone's got to own her. These guys have been out for like 2.5 years now.
I know. But like, why is no one playing with it? It blows my mind.
I really don't know what to do with this.
I think she's bad as fuck.
Like nobody even experimented it. Like I haven't seen it.
We should have a question mark tier.
Yeah,
I've never fought her. I've seen some streams where people have happened to run into people who have fought her, but I've never fought her. I have no personal experience of what the fuck this unit's able to do.
Same with Ella. Her and Ella, I think, are the same boat. Is like,
yeah,
not the right person doesn't own them. Is all it is.
Carlos. This is an 8 for me.
8. I wish I had him. I don't own him. But when I fight him, he just scares the shit out of me.
This guy's a fucking menace. Sonya's buff was like the biggest Carlos buff. He's so good with and against her. It's like not even funny.
You know, I didn't really try him yet, but I think he's pretty good. I think maybe 8.
Yeah. I would even like, for me personally as Cleave, like he's one of the units now that he is essential to own if you're going to try to Cleave, because you need to be ready for people who are trying to like, because like if someone goes for an outspeed on you with like Ethna, your Shimate is not getting stunned. It's dying to the Ethna S3. And like when you have Carlos as your backup, you can just wipe the deck. It's so nice. Dominic.
The fallen hero.
I think 7.
I wish I
honestly
owned them.
I still don't understand till today why the fuck they destroyed this unit.
It came at the weirdest time too. People had stopped using him.
I mean,
it was almost like their data was old.
That he can't have both things, right? The absorb and the heal, but removing both and the double damage. Like, I think removing both was just dumb.
Yeah,
like especially when you see how they nerf units like Veronica, one thing at a time.
Yeah,
but then Dominic got the double. It's
but
ridiculous.
It came at such a weird time. He wasn't dominating the game anymore. It was like they waited until he slightly fell out of meta, and then they were like, okay, now we nerf him. And it's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, what data are you looking at?
Either absorb or the double damage, like taking.
He needs the absorb.
No,
you can't. Using a bruiser in today's day and age without some form of attack bar mechanic, it's not going to happen. Like, you need the absorb. You got to have some way to get to your next turn, so you're not just sitting there waiting to die from your opponent. But what about Maximilian?
8.
It's a 9 for me. I think just one tier below Nephthys is where I'd be.
I'm fine with that too.
We don't need this guy.
Is he okay?
Like Ren. I mean, I don't know who even uses Ren. Shun. It's just one of those units you never see unless you're watching a Glory stream, I guess.
I've seen some
Smokes,
cool stuff.
Smokes and Glory made big success with it, so I think 8-5 is very strong against all these bruiser comps. He one-shots a unit and like your team leaves at like 30%. That's very good.
Yeah, he's definitely a unit that I could see myself wanting to have. So I guess that's worth something. But I just never fight him. What do you think for us?
I was saying like a 7.
Yeah, I was somewhere in the 7 to 8 range. I don't
need to see it. Like I said, it's not like I've played it or seen it to know any different.
Ritsu?
This is trash. This unit.
The thing, he's the unit that like if he ever got a really decent buff to his skills, he could be crazy, but his skills are so freaking bad that like, oh, you steal the opponent's turn and do fucking nothing, so it's pointless. But if he ever had like a real skill to click when he stole the turn, he could be insane. But until then, I mean, the fuck.
Until then, he does.
Amber.
Rika tier to me. Like, it's better. It's better. It's better.
Better. 7-5.
I don't even know what fucking Rika is anymore. Okay, there we go. Claire, the Leo counter-ish unit.
Basically, I guess.
She's so fucking hard to build, man.
But she's the best Leo counter out there. Like, you can't have a better one, I think.
Maybe like in the... I was going to say 7-5. What do you think for us?
No. How much better is she than Sonya? She's not, so...
Well, Sonya's not going to be anywhere near this. At least not in my book. I don't...
Yeah, not mine either.
So,
speaking of Sonya. But yeah, 7, Sonya. Whatever. Sonya...
This is a 9 for me.
There's... Because of her versatility in build, due to her passive, I actually would say 9 or 8-5. I think 8-5, though, just because of the condition that she has makes her an 8-5 to me.
I just think the whole archetype of cleave and single target nuke just doesn't even exist if you don't have her. Like, she's like the backbone.
Question. Like, I was asked, like, how does it work? Can she glance on Douglas?
Can she? Yeah, she can wind versus fire glance on him.
Okay, because like it is not really stated in the passive, and people were telling me like that she can't glance against Douglas. I was like, why?
No, I it's funny because I pretty much glance every time I use her versus Douglas, but she still kills him. That's the funny thing. Like, he still fucking dies because he's at 0 speed.
Much faster, and the damage is so high, right?
Yeah, I pretty much glance every time, but it still fucking melts. God.
Yeah.
It's impossible to do anything to her anymore.
In front of everything. In front of everything.
It's not. This unit's not fair. Like, she would be an appropriate target for a double nerf. If there's ever a time for a double nerf, she would be the appropriate target. Like, S3 needs to be a 1-turn cooldown, and S2 needs to hit 3 times. Just 3 times. Not 3 to 4. Don't randomly fucking do 4 and blow up an entire team. And then all they have to... And, like, it's so easy because Amber has the passive. You just tweak her number up to, like, 14% per hit. Boom. Now she's exactly the same. She doesn't change one bit. And then Veronica can just take the nerf on the chin. Like...
Full strip resets your whole team for 2 turns. You can't even proc. And then she procs herself and half-lives your whole team with 3 dots and glancing.
Yeah.
Good unit.
There's no counterplay. Like, her S3 is literally just Gianna's, but with no counterplay whatsoever. It makes no sense. Every counter that counters Gianna, it just completely falls short when it's a Veronica instead. It's such bullshit. Destiny.
I never see it. Because I never played the turn 2 stuff, but I imagine she's just a turn 2 Slayer.
Yeah, I would imagine as a nuker, gotta be
8.
Better than Shun, right?
8? I thought she was going to be at least like an 8-5.
It's very hard to build, to be honest.
Oh, what's her awakening?
Yeah, it's crit, but it's still, to make use of the S2 as well, and then you need also Ag.
That S2 is such a, like, it gatekeeps that unit so hard, and this unit too.
Yeah.
It's like, that S2 is such an issue for those two.
What if her S3 gave herself attack buff, then her S2 becomes better?
Oh, God. Before the blast or after the blast? Maybe it's like if you kill something with your S3, you get it. Don't get it first. Holy shit.
Let's do a conditional one.
You could kill anything in existence.
Yeah, then you get an attack buff. So then that way your S2 becomes actually viable. I think that's actually pretty cool.
Manon now.
Possibly. Manon is like...
It's like a 7 to me. Still frustrating. I mean...
Yeah.
Ginger Brave.
7-5. I actually don't think
I think like 7 or so.
Yeah, 7, I guess.
We don't need this.
I think that one is actually underrated, to be honest.
The red one?
I might have to try that one.
It's just so hard to build because like the teams that she's good against are the really slow teams. But if you're up against a really slow team, then you end up lapping them even with her like speed reduction, and then you only get one turn of safety. I hate it.
But they buffed it, right? She gets
slowed,
more
yeah.
reduced speed.
Yeah, I've tried her a few times with Wedgeot and the defense buff, and it's just you're just on too short of a timer that you have the
Okay, I
the
didn't test it
protection.
because I don't really have an opinion yet. I can't tell anything about it.
I haven't played with it since the other buff anyway, so I can't see anything. That thing.
The dark one. This is total bias for me, but this is 9.5. I think this is one of the best units in the game.
After the buff, I think she is way better than before because before it was broken. I would say 9.
I'd say 9 as well. That nerf they did really just toned her down.
That's a really good. I think that is a reasonable nerf.
It is a reasonable nerf, but she is still so cracked. I don't know. Fire Cookie, I guess.
Fire Cookie, man. Scribbles would say that her S2 needs immunity, and he's right. Like at least a 1-turn immunity. But
I would rather have a cleanse on her. Get the fucking slows and shit off or something. Yeah.
7, I guess.
One or the other. Like they don't want to make it too OP, but like 7 is fine for me as well. I think if you have an ability, she's better.
I mean, the blue girl, probably with these other immunities, right? Like,
yeah, basically.
You could use her
she's better than them in a way, but her base speed gates.
This unit, I wish people use this unit more because it just seems so fucking good on paper, but no one uses her. She's the one who does the AoE strip slow with no touch.
Right.
And pushback. AoE strip slow, pushback, no touch.
Her base speed keeps her an 8 to me.
Yeah,
8 sounds about right. Zibala.
9 or 9.5. I'm not gonna argue 9 or 9.5.
I'm trying to think.
9.
I'm thinking 9 as well. Yeah.
Free to play.
Sounds about right. We don't need to do those ones. Zenosec.
Zima's a meme. That thing, I have not fought it yet.
I've only fought it once. No, actually, I did not fight. I had it picked against me once, and I banned it. I actually have not fought it. I don't know.
That thing, it's fucking busted.
It seems
like,
it.
It has to be at least a 9.
Okay, I don't have I don't have enough experience against it to go that high.
I fought it.
I would say like
her
8.5.
S2 is what makes it, right?
That thing butt fucked me. Like, this is insane.
Yeah. I'm only going based on what it looks like on paper, but that's a sick unit.
It might end up being hard.
I really want Kavarchi, but I could see.
Want it?
Yeah, well, now that she's an attack buffer, she's pretty sick, but super niche. So
she's at least higher than Fran.
Yeah.
7 or so.
I can't really. I think they nerfed the unit with the buff. I think they nerfed it.
It definitely made her more niche. In those niches, it made her better, but then probably in the overall sense, it probably made her worse.
In the meme tier right away, in the Na tier, it's so shit.
They gotta fix her freaking awakening. Come to us. This unit should not awaken into res, you dumbasses. Oh my god. Okay.
Also, this straight to meme tier. This is also useless.
I think this unit's crazy, man.
It's so trash.
It's so
Trust
good.
me, I tried it. It's so bad. It's really trash. Honestly, it does nothing. It's worse than Jaeger.
I think there's so many Tomo.
No way it's worse than Jaeger.
It is. It does no damage.
Bullshit.
I think
Vivi,
it's okay.
I can't believe you. What do you
I'm going 7.5. That's what I would say.
Worse than Jaeger? Do you hear yourself?
It's so much better than Jaeger.
Yeah, I do. Jaeger one-shots units. This unit tickles, even if it's stacked.
But dude, the amount of combos, basically anything with a strip defense break just immediately combos off of this because she'll just gain bar off of the unit that did the strip defense break. She alleviates the need to even bring attack bar boosters. If you just outspeed somebody with a swift daftness, she just follows right up for a cleanup. It's there's nothing they can do about it.
You guys, Libert has this unit, right? and he tested
Okay.
it, and he said like it's the worst shit unit in the game.
Obviously-
If there's nothing, he de-runed it.
Liver is never going to use a unit with 9.5k HP. Like, there's just no
Wait, it's
shot.
No,
fixed,
it's at
right?
10k now.
Huh?
It's at 10k.
It got 10.7,
Oh, did it?
10.7 now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
There you go,
it's
bud.
still.
But that's not
Yeah.
the. But his style is exactly the trap that people are falling into with this unit, where it's like, oh, I use it against CC because of the can't be CC'd. No, you use the attack bar part of it to where you are getting first turn, and she's boosting off of your unit's turns ending. That's how I would use it, at least. But
No, I don't know. I would say it's still better than Jaeger, but maybe Rax actually. And if Levert is saying it's trash, though,
But of course it is if you're turn 2.
I'm saying 7. I'm saying it's
Of
7.
course it is.
I'll agree
7
with
is fine. 7 is fine.
She
For
doesn't
now.
even have a strip. Like, of course it's bad if you're turn 2. You're gonna cut and she's not gonna do anything. All right. The dark version, Smokes his unit, I guess. He's literally the only person I've seen use it. I don't know who else is using it, but
Oh, she has the cooler S3.
I think she's like an 8. I think is where I'd probably have her. Actually, no,
you
because
need-
I think
You
I'd
need
have.
other units with it, so
I think 7.5. Because if Draco was on this list, which I don't think he is, I would have Draco at an 8, and Draco's better than this unit. So I'm
Yeah.
saying 7.5.
Yeah, sure.
yeah.
Looks like 2 units left. So Dark Cassandra. I would say 8. I would say better than
Because it has a
this
speed
girl.
lead, and the S2 is pretty cool, and she's I like 8 as well. I think she's comfy 8.
That S2 is really nice now too.
Yeah.
It fucking hits.
I
if
would
you're
even
using
go further and
buffs.
say 8.5 for this one because she's
I'm in agreement,
let's say
I
you're running
think.
the Oliver Zibala Robo, she is insane to pick
Yep.
there with it.
Yep. Oh man, that's got to be so fun, dude. I wish I had some of these units. That has to be so
Yeah.
fun. Actually, no, we already put a Ludia on. This is like an unawakened version. So that
Yeah,
was the last
yeah.
one. I mean, I feel like this does look different than last season's.
Or last season.
Do you want to bring that up real quick for us?
Scroll down, please. Let me scroll down. I'm going to open it up right now.
Scroll down to what?
No, those. That's exactly it. Oh, the Puppeteers already got in. Icarus, maybe you can throw in.
We just left all the 4-stars off in general. I mean, there's
Yeah,
decent,
just-
like
I think
I like Sion too. Like as with Cleve, he's really solid versus like a lot of the teams that overcommit versus you and they have no protection versus him, and then you just
But I think Icarus should be in because she's actually
Yeah, an LD4, dude. Come on. I would give her 8.
yeah.
I'd
8
say
is
8
good.
or so. But yeah, do you have last season's? I'm
Yeah,
curious.
I'm opening her right now.
I'm trying to see if any of these are like kind of outliers. I don't know. Shun just still seems so high to me for a unit that I
Who?
think I've fought twice in my life. Shun,
Oh,
Yeah,
Sean.
but that's the issue, you know. People are just not using
they just
it.
don't
People
have it, yeah, or
but
they
they
do
don't-
have it and don't use
yeah.
it.
Did I make a link for this? I did not. Yeah, so then we had Giga. What is this? I need my glasses to read this shit.
Getting old.
Giga meme is Celia, so that's our contours, please, but not really. 10 is Antares, Oliver, Ongyuki. Is that Ongyuki?
Probably that
No
was
way, we
that was
put-
pre-nerf. What do you mean? Why not?
Was that
Yeah,
pre-nerf?
pre-nerf. Yeah.
That was pre-nerf? Okay, then he was a 10. And Veronica, naturally. 9-5, we had Shizuka, Molly, Ragdoll Leo, Blue Cookie, Josephine, Nephthys, Ethna,
Wait,
Abelio,
which
Tianlai.
blue cook? Oh, Manon. Okay, I
Manon,
was like,
Manon.
wait, what?
Yeah, man. This is pre-nerf.
Yeah.
This makes a lot more sense. Abelio, Ethna, Nephthys, Josephine, Tianlang, Volantis, Jax.
Bro, you know what's crazy? Wait, that patch would have been before Ethna's buff. And you had her in what tier?
That's 9-5.
And she got buffed?
Yeah,
Hello?
was she buffed after that?
She got buffed on the same patch that Ongi got nerfed. So if you had Ongi, at least I'm
then-
pretty sure. So maybe I've got
Edna
my.
got buffed before.
Are you
before
sure?
Omni nerf. Yeah. Definitely sure.
I'll have
Okay, and
to
then
see.
for our 9s, at 9 we had Moore, Visachel, Yanhong, Zabala, Chungpeng, Light Monkey, Maxi, Verd, Juno, Miles, Molong, Gianna, Douglas.
Okay, so we actually ended up with
I can't believe Douglas is at a 9.
Wait, we ended up.
probably voted.
Yeah, we ended up with
Okay,
a way
guys,
different list.
Guys, you had Vert and Douglas at 9.
I
Hello?
wasn't on this one. I wasn't
I
on this
was-
one.
Okay.
And this was with Apps and ACOG. All right. Sean, Han, Oberon is at a 9.
Well, that's
here.
okay. So see, that explains it though. Apps probably said like 5 for Douglas.
Yeah, that's actually true.
He's like
Apps
he's the biggest Douglas denier that I know. So
I know that's 100% true.
Yeah, even though he
Destiny
loses
is
to him
at a
like
9.
twice a stream or something.
literally, yes, literally. And he uses like high attack aggressive units, and he still gets clapped by him. And it's like, nah, he's fine.
The Dark Cookie is a this is hilarious because I'm seeing the Light Cow was at a 9 here as well for whatever dumb reason. I definitely did
Because
not have
you
Light
just
Cow.
got it or something.
You guys
No,
ended up
I
with
didn't- No.
Okay,
I
so
got
this
it
actually
after.
ended up way different, but I feel like it ended up way different because your last list made no fucking sense.
Hey, it made sense at the
Light
time. Like,
Cow
the
has
the
never
Dark
been a
Cookie,
9 a day in her life.
But according to ACOG and Apps, who were, I don't know what they were playing at the time, to me, she's never been a 9. But the
Like,
Dark
come
Cookie,
on.
pre-nerf, we had at a 9, and she's still a 9? Yeah. That's pretty good nerf.
Her nerf
so,
barely did anything to her. Like,
It-
she's still
It did enough.
in fucking sane.
I feel like we
I
have
think,
a lot more showing on this list.
Give the
than-
Light Cow 5% more heal, and she's pretty
Her
good.
heal is very, very low. They definitely could change that if they wanted to. But I don't like when units like that get buffed, so fuck that.
See, look, where's Fire Monkey wasn't buffed yet.
Yeah,
when this was
no,
done.
that was just like last patch, right?
Insane.
Or no,
With
the
Vanessa,
patch before.
right?
I keep
That's-
forgetting that last patch even happened because nothing was on it. But
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah,
actually
so
what's
so it
crazy.
actually
So
it
there's
changed
been-
a lot.
yeah.
Whether that's because your
changed
last
more than
one
we
made no
thought.
sense, or if it's
No. Well, aside from Apps's Douglas denying and Verd denying, I put those at 10. I never deny putting those at fucking 10.
Yeah.
I hate them. But
Well,
yeah. Okay. So
all
there's
right.
some. The Robos were at 8.5, both of them. Dark went up to like a 9, which makes sense.
probably
to
because
an
of
extent.
Zabala just getting more owned and more used.
I think
Charlotte,
also with
Craig,
Fire
all that
Monkey,
stuff.
with Fire Monkey being such meta unit now, Dark just got better than
Yeah,
Wind one.
you need him. But all right,
Yeah.
sounds
I would say
good.
That's it.
So thank you guys for watching. Thank you again, Rax, for joining us. Much appreciated.
Appreciate it.
And
Yes.
yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Peace.
Bye bye.